These are some of my favorite stretches on the Reformer, starting with Eve's Lunge. This was named after one of Joseph Pilates' original students, Eve Gentry, stretching the hamstrings, hip flexors, then going into straight legs, getting into inner thighs, stretching the hips. I'm also on one red spring. And then I like to put the knee up against the shoulder blocks and try to get the hip down to the mat. This is another good hip opener, hip stretch, also quad stretch, and then I add a little yoga into it sometimes, trying to reach for that foot. And then the side split, inner thighs, hips. All these stretches are amazing. If you want to pump up the stretch, I would normally bring the foot up to the platform like that. And then I'm going to face the back of the Reformer, square the hips. I'm going to start with the IT stretch. The main thing is to have your hips square and then switching. So the leg closest to the Reformer. And then you could try to get your hands down to the mat. It's a good hamstring stretch. And then we're going to do everything on the other side. This stretch is normally done with one red spring. I normally start with the Eve's Lunge, both knees bent into the straight legs, this stretch. And then getting the knee up against the shoulder block and getting the hip to the mat. I always love to add this in. It definitely makes the stretch a little bit harder. And then going into that side split, turning. I like to bring the hands onto the frame. And then if you want it to be more challenging, just bring that foot up to the platform. I tend to have tight hips, so that one's always challenging for me. And then facing the back of the Reformer, square the hips. The IT stretch, if you want to get into it more, you could fold forward a little. And then switching legs, hamstrings, maybe feeling the calves. And those are some of my favorite stretches to do on the Reformer on one red spring.